It's time to kick off the second half of the Target Series chase as we head to the Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Nationwide 300. On the pole is one of our chasers, Clayton Thomas in the 5, two's outside is the 51 of Steve Larker. Then third you have Jennifer Buford, fourth is Jonathan Buford, and Trey Rainey rounds out the top 5. Then sixth you have Charles Robert, seventh William Bullen, eighth Carson Bowers, ninth Eli Bright, and Max Anderson rounds up the top 10. The rest of the field we have Isaac Nichols with Stephen Baker. Baker's going to try to get up there to challenge Adam McDowell for the championship. They have Diego Pez with Lawrence Palampon. Speak of Adam McDowell, there he is on the outside lane just inside the top 20 with Anthony Lehman to his inside. Then you have Sebastian Kukulon and Jeff Bright, along with Danny Lloyd and Matt Hamill. They have Luke Rainey. He just needs something to go right in this chase. He might not have a shot at the championship. He just wants to get great finishes. Now Marshall Burrow to his outside. Then you have Jake Galway with Alex Stewart, Colton Yo, and William Seaman. Then you have Jay Jefferson, Jonathan Wong, Landon Lyons, and Andrew Miller. Then Joey Trickle, he can get up there and challenge Adam McDowell, Cole Luigi to his inside. Then with Justin Knight and Greg Lee. Peter Onjak with Alexander Rowe. Then there's Michael Canto and Johnny Gardner. Michael Sanders with Bill Seaman. And in the final row, TJ Hanley, the Texan, with Riley Braley Tube, two's outside in the 78 car. That's your starting lap for the Nationwide 300 at Texas. Let's get going with our starting command.
I'm Staff Sergeant Proto with the soldiers of the 1st Cavalry Division. Gentlemen, start your engines!
All right, everybody, just like what we talked about in the transporter. Nice and easy. It's a long race. Settle in. It'll be nice and smooth. Let's go out there and kick some butt tonight. This is your house. Let's prove it to them.
42 cars roll off the starting grid here in the 6th chase race of the Target Series, season number 6. Should be a great race. We've seen some pretty wild Texas races last season in the chase. This Texas race provided for some excitement with chasers crashing out, big crashes everywhere, and a very weird ending. Big crashes, battling for the race lead. Will we see more of that, or will we see maybe a calmer Texas race in the Target Series this time? 30 laps at Texas. Let's get going. Clayton Thomas, Steve Larker on the front row. To the restart zone. We're racing at Texas. Green flag is in the air for the Nationwide 300. Buford in the 62 leads lap 1. Here comes Trey Rainey, the 18 coming through to second, going for the racing down the bottom lane. The 6-2 at the racetrack. Bullen coming through in the 74. Eli Bryan the 88 as well. As they race off the corner down the backstretch, Trey Rainey clears and pulls out to a race lead. You can see they're 3 wide further back there. That could cause an accident as they come off turn number 4. Here comes Bullen now to the inside. Trey looking for that race lead as they come off corner number 4. Close there, Jennifer Buford gets down in line. William Bullen leads the lap in the 74. Lap number 2 led by that 74 car. Eli Bryan, the 88, come through in the bottom lane. He's coming down the bottom, trying to challenge William Bullen. Jonathan Buford there in the 41 has found his way down low. Isaac Nichols tight down low in the 7, drops back a little bit. Now they're going to go 3 wide. Clayton Thomas in the middle lane. Jennifer Buford up top. The 7 of Nichols down low as they enter turn 3. Buford wanted to get clear right there. You could see she tried to get down, but the 5 was down there. Now side by side, the 41 gave the 88 a good push as they come off turn number 4. Eli Bright will lead the lap. Lead change after lead change here at Texas. Jonathan Buford looks low in the 41. Can't get Eli, blocks it off nicely. Now Eli goes up the racetrack. 41's going to run down the backstretch. Side by side with that 88. Can Eli get the push clear? He couldn't. Jonathan Buford keeps it down low, but he doesn't really have much drafting help. We'll see if the 7 of Nichols can get up there. Here comes the 0 via Pez as well coming forward. I think I see Adam McDowell in the inside lane, the 16. Just a few cars back. They're going to go 3 wide. Eli Bright gets away on the outside. But tight there, Nichols in the 7. It doesn't look too great for that 7 car right now. It looks like he just gets tight in traffic. And that 0 put him 3 wide. He's like, okay, I'm done. I need to get up to the front faster than this. And now they're starting to get tight. 3 wide, which could be a breaking point there. 3 wide for 3rd. 3 wide for about 5th. Here comes the 1 of Jeff Bright. The 21 of Danny Lloyd as well coming forward. As they come off 4. 2 cars pull away. Buford leads Eli Bright. And then you have the pack. If Pez does clear for 3rd, we'll see if Lehman jumps low or if keeps it in line. We'll see. Looks like if Pez does go up the racetrack a little bit. It's for the race lead. Eli Bright trying to attack Jonathan Buford. Right on the bumper as they come down the backstretch. Pez in the 0 trying to clear for 3rd. Anthony Lehman going for that third position. He's currently fourth, and Jeff Brett up inside the top 5. Danny Lloyd now up to 6th. Stephen Baker coming forward in the 23 car. Trying to look for Adam McDowell. Can't see him quite yet. Oh! Around goes Luke Rainey! Into the pack he goes! And we may have a multi-car crash here on the front stretch. Yellow is out. We're racing in the back. Jonathan Beeford, Eli Bright, 1-2. Who gets back in front? Single file at the front. I don't know how many cars got away, but I'm looking to see if maybe our points leader, I think McDowell did miss that. I think I saw the 16. Pez for a second through 3 and 4. And as they come off corner number 4, Yellow will be taken on lap 8. Pez in second as Jonathan Beeford leads them back to the caution flag. Bill Seaman, Peter Onjack, Andrew Miller could have been involved. But I saw Luke Rainey go around. Did he get anyone else, or did he just slap to the... Oh, Greg Lee has a ton of damage in the 6th car. And Jonathan Wong, All Club winner as well. So a spin for Luke Rainey, get some contact. We'll see what happened. We talked about how Luke Rainey was a driver that needed something to go right in this chase. He's currently, I believe, last in the chase points. He's not had any luck whatsoever. And once again, no luck here at Texas as the 24 comes down, gets into the 22, and then sends Luke down into Seaman. As the 22 then goes around up the racetrack, he'll get into the side of Wong. That's where the 48 got all his damage. He spins around, and then Greg Lee may have hit the 48 as Wong bounced off the wall and got hit right there by the 6. Joey Trickle slams on the brakes. Johnny Gardner gets spun around back there by Riley Spurley-Tube, but somehow that was not a 10-car pileup, and it was only about 3 or 4 cars that got damaged in that. That really should have been bigger than what it was. I mean, that was in front of what I would guess to be about 20 cars. In timeout, only the 6, the 48, the 22, and the 89 got any sort of what I would call damage in that. Maybe Riley Spurley-Tube as well from hitting the 89. Yeah, but otherwise, I don't even... The 89 doesn't really have damage. You can just come down here and get tires on that thing and get going again. So, somehow, we emerge with only a few cars involved. Jonathan Beeford leads them back to the caution flag. He's been out front for a good bit now. Best deal to restart. Pez behind in the 0 car. We'll come back to the green flag. Restart number 1 here in lap number 12. Jonathan Beeford out front in the 41 car. All 42 cars on the racetrack. Joey Trickle to make an unscheduled pit stop. He did have a vibration on that 25. Currently scored 42nd. Greg Lee with that damage 41st. And the rest of the field. So Jonathan Beeford leads in the 41. Pez is 2nd. Eli Bright 3rd. Anthony Lehman 4th. Jeff Bright 5th. They have Stephen Baker in 6th. Danny Lloyd 7th. Max Anderson 8th. Trey Rainey 9th. And Lawrence Palampan rounds out the top 10. So restart here. Lap number 12. Beeford steps on the gas. We're back racing. Green flag in the air. And now we have to see what if Luke Rainey does hold up the field. He's currently restarting 24th. He does have some rear end damage. It'll be interesting to see if that car gets going or if he's going to fade back. Pez hot on the 41's tail. Eli Bright may have spun the tires a little bit in the 88. Looks like Luke maybe... I think Luke's actually the last car that got away. I think the car behind the 22 did not get going. Through 3 and 4, Pez looking on the 41. Gets a little tight behind him in that dirty air. And drops back a little bit. He needs to push from the 88 or the 3 to get up here. Single file at the front. Trey Rainey breaks low. He's the first one to go side by side inside the top 10. Now for 3rd. Eli at the racetrack. Lehman looking low in the 3 car. And Jeff right there in the 1. The 3 gets tight. Backs off. Here comes Pez down the backstretch, side by side with the 41. Can he get that side drive to keep it down there? He does. Coming to 17 laps of race and go. It's Diego Pez and Jonathan Beeford side by side. Pez with the preferred inside lane through 3 and 4. And he's going to take it as they come off corner number 4. Pez clears to lead the Nationwide 300 at Texas. Eli Bright trying to come through to 2nd. And he does. Eli Bright to 2nd. Now he's going to be looking for the race lead. The 0 up the racetrack using that 2nd lane. Eli down the bottom lane trying to make it work. He's down there as a nose. Does Jeff Bright get to 3rd in the 1 car? Trying to help his teammate Eli out. Stephen Baker, Danny Lloyd, some chasers coming to the front. And Eli Bright's going to clear Pez off of 4. Eli now leads. 16 laps of racing to go. And currently, I only see 3 chasers up here. Stephen Baker, Danny Lloyd, and what look to be Landon Lyons. Now, Eli at the racetrack. Can Jeff take advantage? No, the 1 car got really tight down low. Backs Stephen Baker up a little bit. Down the back of the race. See Lawrence Palampan back there. I don't see the 16 of Adam McDowell, though. As the battle for the lead has kind of died down, Adam McDowell has fallen all the way to 20th. As he's battling with Code Luigi, Carson Bowers. And they have a few more chasers in front of him. So McDowell definitely doesn't want to be back here. But you can see how spread out the field is. He should be alright. He shouldn't lose too many positions here. The 22 of Luke Rainey starting to fall with that damage. They have Greg Lee off at 4. These guys exiting turn 2. It might be close for them. 3 widen the pack down the backstretch. Danny Lloyd landlines 2 chasers in the middle of that. We are halfway through the race. It's now going to be 14 laps of race going to get to the stripe. Eli Bright leads. And how about Trey running up to second? This was the racetrack where they had a little bit of a confrontation in the Gatorade Cup Series in season number 4, where Eli had some sort of issue running inside the top 5. Trey coming through a chaser. Eli wipes Trey out trying to get down to the apron with that issue. Trey obviously not happy as it may have cost him a shot at the Gatorade Cup Series title that season. Now they run 1-2 here in the Target Series race, but it looks like Landline's going to get to second here as he's leading the train of 3 chasers forward. Landlines, Danny Lloyd, and Stephen Baker coming forward, trying to gain points. And the only way they can gain points on each other, but they want to be far enough up to where maybe they can start battling and not lose, 10, 15 spots by doing that. Eli's done a great job out front. From what we've seen, the driver that gets out front really can control the race. They can just kind of block whatever lane has the run, and when they keep on for a second behind, it's really helping Eli in what we saw Jonathan Buford before the restart. He did a great job there just controlling the lanes. Once he got out front, they started battling for a second behind. You see Danny Lloyd inches ahead for a second with 12 laps to go. But Stephen Baker might jump to the inside right here in 1 and 2, and they'll once again slow them down, being side by side. Worse than when you're single file right there to 21 off the racetrack. Here comes Baker to the inside, once again slowing the momentum of the 21 and the 23. And here comes William Bowen now to the back bumper of that 23 car. And down the backstretch into turn 3, it might take another caution for these guys to maybe get a little bit sorted out. So they're going 3 wide. William Bowen to the bottom lane, looking for second. Maybe contact there. Back there, looked like the 19 Galloway may have gotten to the wall. Lloyd really high in the quad over, but keeps going straight. Looks like he was a little sideways there. Bowen in the 74 will get to second. Eli way up the racetrack. He's in like the 3rd lane, and Bowen can't take advantage. They're too far back. It did help them close in a little bit, though. That's really what they need. They just need to close in a little bit. We're coming to 10 laps to go. It could be whoever's out front here at the right time. Eli Bright leads William Bowen, Landon Lyons, Max Anderson, and Clayton Thomas as your top 5, as they have 10 laps of racing to go. 15 miles left at Texas. 2 of the top 5 Junior Motorsports Chevrolets, once again proving that they have some fast hot rods. Here comes Jonathan Buford. He was the fastest car before that yellow came out for the restart, and now here he is finding his way back inside the top 5. Can he get there and challenge maybe the other dominant car, Eli Bright in the 88? Max Anderson for second on Landon Lyons, coming to 9 laps of racing to go. Back there in the pack, getting a little close. Side by side for second, as they do have the 6 of Greg Lee ahead. That could change a lot. That could dictate. Oh, Eli way up the racetrack. Max Anderson coming with the run to the inside of the 88. Can he get there? He is. He's there. Side by side, Max Anderson underneath Eli Bright. Well, with the 6, that could dictate who gains chase points in this. If he blocks maybe a lane where a chaser is and the 16 can get by, that could get McDowell a big advantage. This 6 could decide a lot. Bowen now for the race, and Max Anderson with 8 laps of racing to go. Here's Jonathan Buford pushing him through, but the 6 of Greg Lee is ahead. Steve Lark on the 51 coming forward. We've not talked about him all race long. Side by side down the back. Does Bowen get the run on the inside? He's down underneath the 6, so it's going to be the outside that gets blocked. And a few cars going to try and get away here. 2, 3, 4 get by. Danny Lloyd trying to be the 5th one to get by. Here comes Jay Jefferson. Clayton Thomas gets down in front of that 28. Can anyone else get down? As the field really spread out now. Cole Luigi's in the grass. Comes up and he may have gotten the 39. Around goes the 42 and the 39. It's a big melee in turn 1. I saw the 42 in the grass. He came up and nowhere for anyone to go. Yellow is out. They're going to take the caution flag with 6 laps to go. It's not over yet. Jonathan Buford leads back to the caution flag once again. 6 laps left in the Nationwide 300. Buford leads us back. And this changes everything. It's going to be a 2-lap shootout to the finish. And now everyone is right back together. That pack was a little spread out now, but now look at McDowell 13th. He can try and gain points, but some of these drivers that got stuck behind the 6, they can also try and get up there. I'm really wondering how the 42 got into the grass, and I'm wondering if he got spun out into the grass and he just came up into it. So we'll see what happened to Code Luigi. Caution number 2 late in the race. It's going to change how this race plays out. We're getting down lane in the race. Everyone is going to be less patient than what they were originally, and they're going to go 4 wide. Trey Ray in the 18, forcing a hole underneath the 42 of Code Luigi, and then just kind of comes up into him and clips him in the left rear. And around goes the 42. Code does a great job getting it through the grass and saving it. But right here's the issue. He comes through the grass, across the line. He'll come up the racetrack, misses Adam McDowell, then comes right up into Palapon, and they hit hard, and around goes the 42 and the 39. As you can see right there, and then the 42 comes up off the 8. Matt Hamill, there's Alex Stewart, there's Trey Ray getting involved anyway. William Seaman in the 00, there's TJ Hanley getting involved. With the rest of the cars got through all right. Pretty hard crash there, about 6 or 7 cars that got damaged in that. A few of which were running inside the top 20, inside the top 15. Code Luigi, Trey Ray were having some pretty good days. Yeah, Trey, I think, knows what he did and really slowed down there. And I don't know if there's maybe an issue on the 18 because you can see he was still slow if he was just trying to get back up to speed. But you can see right there, Alex Stewart, Trey Ray, hard hits there. Michael Stearns and some others did a great job getting through in the bottom lane. So a hard crash for a few drivers in this. Lawrence Palapon, William Seaman, 2 chasers with damage. But this going to change everything. We're going to have a restart with 2 laps left. Jonathan Buford back out front here at Texas. He's going to try and hold off William Bowden and the others for 2 laps to win the Nationwide 300. 3 miles is all these drivers have to try and get up to victory lane here at Texas. 2 laps left. Carson Bowers, the only one out of this race. 39 cars on the lead, that 41 on the racetrack. Jonathan Buford leads the way. He's had maybe the dominant car, if not the second best car here today. Now he's out front with 2 to go. William Bowden trying to break through to get that Target Series win. He's second. Steve Locker third. Anthony Lehman fourth. And his teammate Danny Lloyd fifth. Those 2 RCR cars, can they work together? Clayton Thomas sixth. Marshall Burrow seventh. Jeff Bright, Thomas's teammate, eighth. Jay Jefferson ninth. Jake Galloway rounds out the top 10. Will we see maybe some teammates helping each other out? Anthony Lehman could help his teammate in the chase out. Could Jeff Bright help his teammate in the chase out? Clayton Thomas. We're back racing, 2 to go. And Bolin spins the tires. Jonathan Buford gets away. Is that all she wrote for the drivers? Second on back. If they could stay lined up, they could try and get the draft here. But that 74 really spun the tires. I'm really surprised no one jumped low. Splitting the pack as they come down the backstretch. Looked like the 6 may have held some drivers up. But here we go. They're staying in line for now. Coming to the white flag in the Nationwide 300. Jonathan Buford is out front, but the yellow is out! Yellow again! Jonathan Buford wins the race back, and it's over. Buford is just one here, Texas. Can't tell where they crashed, but it may have been on the backstretch trying to get around maybe the lap car, but it's over. Jonathan Buford is going to win here at Texas. And you wonder how it would have gone the extra mile and a half. That 74 and the 51, were they maybe getting a run? Were they getting a run to maybe get up to that 41? We'll never find out. Jonathan Buford's going to be victory lane here. Well, he timed it out right. He was out front, and that yellow may have saved him. But Jonathan Buford is going to win the Nationwide 300 here at Texas. So as they come off corner number 4, checkers are out. The 41 team to victory lane as they come into the quad oval. Jonathan Buford winning the Nationwide 300 here at the Texas Motor Speedway. And who knows what even happened on that last lap. They must have wrecked on the backstretch. I saw a lot of cars slow on the backstretch, but I didn't really see much smoke. That's what making me wondering what happened there. So we'll check out what happened. The yellow comes out late in the race, and it ended under the caution flag. If you can believe it, we saw that big separation in the pack. We thought it was because of the 6 of Greg Lee. Stephen Baker does not go in the 23 right here down the front stretch, steps on the gas, and I think shifting to second possibly. Something was wrong with that 23 car. Does shift to second. You see how slow he is. The 6 and the others are slowing up. And then the 99, the 90, and the 11 get penalties for passing him on the bottom lane before the start-finish line. And then right here, they're trying to squeeze through that 23. Eli comes up and gets into Baker, down into Alexander Rowe, into Nichols. Around goes the 07, up into the 23. Colton Yo is going to get damage. Right here, as the 07 comes down, gets him. TJ gets spun around. The 39, the 46, the 48, they all come up and get into each other. Such a bizarre incident there. And I'm really surprised that officials did not take into account that the 23 had some sort of issue and didn't. And they penalized the 99 and the 90 and the 11 anyway. I'm surprised they didn't just let them go. Because that 23 obviously was not going. I think it's better to just get by in the inside. See a ton of cars gain a ton of positions there. But right here, trying to see what happened to the 44 Hanley there. Looked like the 42 may have gotten spun down into him. Just a tough break for all those drivers involved. So close to the end, and a lot of them had already been involved in an accident, so they made matters worse here by getting it. Yeah, Coluigi came up onto it, and I believe Alex Stewart ran him over, got down into the 8, into the 44. Matt Hamilton hits the inside wall, and that's a ton of race cars involved there and some chasers again. But it helps Jonathan Beaver get to victory lane as he wins the Nationwide 300 here at Texas. Let's now go check that finish results and the chase standings. Here are the finish results from the Nationwide 300 at the Texas Motor Speedway. There were 3 caution flags for 9 laps and 8 lead changes among 6 different drivers. Jonathan Beeford leads over half the race to get to victory lane here at Texas. 16 laps led, definitely one of the better cars of the day. William Bullen ends up second, so close there. If maybe he had that one extra lap, we could have been different. Steve Larker in third, Anthony Lehman fourth, and Clayton Thomas from the pole ends up fifth. Decent day for him. He was very quiet all race long. Danny Lloyd still trying to close into that points lead in sixth. Jeff Bright seventh, Marshall Burrow eighth, Jay Jefferson ninth, Charles Robert runs at the top 10. There's your top 20. Somehow, someway, Adam McDowell avoids all accident and comes home 13th and the third highest chaser. Once again, not letting anyone close in on his points lead. There's 4 races left, but guys are running out of time. Adam McDowell's just put together some of the best races in the chase I've ever seen someone. Once again, still 4 races left, but it's getting really, really close for Adam McDowell to get that championship. 34 cars on the lead lap. Max Anderson, Landon Lyons, Michael Sanders were penalized a lap since they didn't have time to get rid of their penalty. So that's why they're down as far as they are. Stephen Baker, you think that maybe he would have had a shot to close in on Adam McDowell. Was right behind him on that restart. That issue happens. He falls to 39th lap down. And the second lowest finishing chaser. Heartbreak for that 23. And a ton of drivers that were involved in late race crashes. Look down Lawrence Palampon, 41st. The right side are the point standings. This could be hard to beat Adam McDowell at this point. Danny Lloyd could try and close in. But once again, McDowell, his worst chase finish, he was the 5th highest chaser, was the worst he's had. That is insane. Some of these drivers, their best chase finish has been 5th. Some of these drivers' best chase finishes have been less than 5th. They've not gotten better than the 5th highest chaser, some of them. So it just shows how great that 16 team is firing on all cylinders here in these last 6 races. They have 4 races left to try and get that championship. They have Pensacola, they have Rockingham, they have Atlanta, they have Homestead. If they can make it through those 4 races, Adam McDowell will be your Target Series season number 6 champion. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if he can close out the deal in these final 4 races. And we'll see how it goes at Pensacola. That is our next race. Wild card, anything can happen in the Can-Am 300. I'll see you guys then.